Everybody file now. Da 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 da. Everybody file now. What am I doing here? I'm very confused. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of You Have Failed with me, SaiyanVader. And this week, the song we've kind of been, we're joined by someone else, I suppose. Hello, I am Gulag. Yeah, joined by Gulag. He's Russian, and what you? I don't know why he's here. If I'm completely honest with you, I am here to talk about Borat, subsequent movie film. It's great. Cheers. But why are you here? Well, you know UNICEF. Yeah, I'm aware of him. He's your friend, assistant. You know. No, he charity case. Yeah, okay. I sent him out to buy all of the toilet roll. What? All? Why do you need? I just need all toilet roll from shop. Why all of them? Well, I take massive shit. Do you mean you're going to take massive? No. I'm currently on toilet. Did massive poo poo. I need all of the toilet rolls. So he currently gone down to Aldi. I nearly said Weatherspoons. It's not Weatherspoons. Waitrose, Tesco, Asda. Not Sainsbury's. We have good quality here. And he buy all toilet roll for my big shit. That's nice. So you're recording this from the toilet. Well, you'll say toilet, someone else's front garden, all same thing to me. I go like, I do what I want. That's great. Thanks for getting involved. Glad you could, take time out of your busy schedule shitting in people's front gardens to be here. Not my pleasure. Borat, good role model. Yay, go Kazakhstan. No, okay. Right, you be quiet for a second, because I need to do an important PSA about Black Lives Matter, and I don't want you getting involved. Why not me? Because you're not. You don't just. Why I'm doing a series, about being nice to people and other people mattering. I don't think you're the best person to be involved in that. And so just be quiet. Okay, I'll be quiet. I just continue taking my shit. Sorry, there's more to come out. Okay, yeah, you keep doing. You keep shitting. I'll get to this. Oh dear. Next bit. Okay, so sorry about that, everyone. He will be back. Unfortunately, not happy about that. But for now, I will move on to the regular Black Lives Matter installment, where obviously we at Sigil Arts do definitely still stand with the Black Lives Matter campaign. It's still a very, very important thing, and hopefully, with the election being over very soon, more media attention will be brought to it. But regardless, it shouldn't have ever dipped in the media. So if you could take to social media and use hashtags like hashtag Black Lives Matter or hashtag BLM, you can sort of keep the conversation going and make sure that this important case isn't sort of brushed under the rug because other things are going on. This is something that still needs to be focused on very heavily. You can also go to sites such as www.blacklivesmatter.com, where you can find ways to help monetarily or non-monetarily, and just help out in any way you can. Educate yourself. Sort of ignorance is one of the biggest issues in this fight, if you will. That most people, they just don't realise they're doing certain things that could be seen as offensive. So if you educate yourself and maybe help to educate other people, we can take steps towards a better world. With that out of the way, we will get back to talking about Borat, subsequent movie film, which is released on Amazon Prime. So if you've got access to that, you can watch it. If you don't have access to that, let's face it, you can still watch it, but not legally. So I'm not endorsing any of those behaviours right now, but it's absolutely hilarious. A great social commentary, and it starts out weirdly enough with Borat inside of a gulag. He starts off inside me. I do not remember that part. No. He doesn't. Not inside you. Inside of a gulag. I am Gulag. I do not remember his penis up my bum. But no, that's not. That's not what we talk. Christ, no. You are called Gulag for whatever reason. Whoever named you that is a bit weird in the head. Maybe you named yourself. I don't know. No, but he starts off. like a Russian prison, a gulag. Oh, a gulag, not legal leg. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so he doesn't start off inside of you. That would be weird. No, he starts off inside a gulag because his country have stopped liking him for reasons. Because his documentary apparently didn't represent the real Kazakhstan, which completely abhorrent. I'm sure Borat, the first one, is very, very representative of his native country and all of their traditions, as I'm sure this film is as well. No, of course it's not. It's a very clever film. Sacha Baron Cohen is obviously at his strongest in this film. Is he very nice? No, good. Like, why are you just? Oh, he must high five. Yes, he very funny man. No, Borat isn't. You know, Borat's not real, right? No, he's very funny, very nice, very nice. You know, high five. My wife. He's very funny man. I like him very much. Yeah, he's not. He's not actually. He's a character played by Sacha Baron Cohen, who is also a very funny man. No, I've seen Sacha Baron Cohen other film. He not funny. He very white. He very stupid. He English. Who likes the English? I mean, cheers, cheers, Gulag. That's cool. You know, that's great. But Borat's not real. He no, he great hero of mine. You know, he know women belong in cage. He know this. That. No, that's not. It's not. It's not. That's not okay. This film is made as a satirical parody. What Sacha Baron Cohen likes to do with his characters is he tricks the general public or real politicians and stuff into showing sort of the things they try and hide in public. So he'll go to a politician and get them to admit some of their more inner racist or sexist thoughts that they wouldn't say in the public because they don't want the people to know that. And that's what Borat's about bringing out. By being a bit of a racist, sexist buffoon himself, he lets these people drop their guards so they do it themselves. No, he real man. He my idol. I worship him every day. I would bend over for it. No, we're not going. No, okay, you're not. Please, just he's not real. It's a very clever satirical political piss take that the actor Sacha Baron Cohen almost died for in this film because Americans like to pull out guns. Yes, in Russia we like to pull out guns on American. It's very fun, but you know they don't like they're like, oh look, communists are back. No, we know they don't like communism. That's what this film sort of brings up as well. It's Borat doesn't like communism. He's all about fascism. Or I'm sure I let him pass. He would slap a woman with fish. Why you? Because I sell my £1 fish. He'd taken no. He's not real. But I have seen him do interview. Yes, because Sacha Baron Cohen doesn't like to interview as himself. It's very rare you see him do a speech or an interview as himself. He prefers to do it in character as either Borat, Ali G, General Admiral Aladdin or Admiral General Aladdin from The Dictator. It's very rare he comes on as himself. Even when he was promoting the Brothers Grimsby, he did the interviews as Borat because he doesn't like coming on as himself, which is weird. Well, it's not. I mean, I suppose he has more confidence as characters, but that's what he does. None of these people are real. Ali G, despite being what he is not real. Borat is not real. Admiral General Aladdin and Wadia are not real. Okay, they're all fake characters. But Borat is a documentary. This is second documentary about men who want to restore country honor by giving gifts to Donald Trump to help fascist regime in Kazakhstan. Yep, it's not real. I mean, Donald Trump's real and he is a fascist, but we don't. This isn't. He does it to trick people. And that's where we're going to get into spoiler territories a bit because some of the stuff he does got onto the news as well and was very outrageous. But a lot of it was pranks on people to get them to admit, especially the mayor of New York, Rudy, whatever his name. I don't care. He was a bit of a sleazeball, and we'll get to that in a minute. But it's all a prank. That's something that I think people, when they watch this, they will need to consider. The fact that it's not for the easily offended, for definite to watch this. It's like, if you get offended at things, maybe don't watch it, but if you do, you've got to take into consideration it's a satirical piss take. Nothing is meant by it. Like, there's the bit where he enters the US conference, I think, with the US vice president. Oh, yes, I remember that bit. He walk in dressed as a member of the KFC. No, no, it's not KFC. Yes, he, white cloak, white head. He walk in, he's like, ah, KFC. No, that's KKK. No, it's different things. Different. Oh, yes, KKK. KFC is a chicken. Yes, that's good job. That's oh god. Yeah, no, so he does dress as a member of the KKK as a satirical joke that, well, of course, people supporting Trump are just going to let a member of the KKK walk in because he's making a joke that they're all racists. And to be fair, the fact that he isn't stopped kind of proves his point. But under that, he was wearing a very good Donald Trump costume with loads of prosthetics on, and then he storms the conference, trying to give his daughter as a gift to, is it Mike Pence, the vice president? I don't really pay attention to any of it, to be fair. I just know I don't want Trump to win. But I think that's his name, I can't remember. And he walks in and he tries to give her as a gift, because that's the whole thing. He's trying to give his daughter away as a gift because the monkey he was going to give gets eaten by the daughter, and it's a bit weird. Yeah, and he actually gets thrown out of that event by the real security, and weirdly enough, the whole fiasco made the news, obviously months before the film was even heard about, because the film was only announced, what, a week or so, a couple of weeks before the film was released. So this was filmed way back, I think, February, Marchish time. And yeah, so that was on the news. It was like, oh, guy dressed as Donald Trump, like, crashes rally and stuff, and no one knew it was Sacha Baron Cohen, the same way that, when he went to another rally dressed like and sang that really offensive song, and that's the one where he almost got shot. Also, no one knew it was Sacha Baron Cohen, but it was all over the news that this thing had happened. So weirdly enough, people had seen the film or had heard about things that were going to be in the film months and months before anyone knew that it was Borat coming back for round two, the American racists and sexists. And that's why, weirdly enough, at the core of it, this film is about a father and a daughter, and him coming to love his daughter and realizing that, women aren't worse than men. That's sort of what obviously this is coming from Kazakhstan, which obviously isn't. I'm not sure that if those views are shared over there. I don't know. I'm not going to make assumptions about Kazakhstan. But, it's a nice father-daughter journey, really, under all the other stuff. But then you've got other bits where he buys her a cake. There's like a plastic baby on top of the cake. She swallows the baby. So he goes and then pranks a sort of religious person, saying that he wants to take the baby out of her. But the religious person's like, no, that is a life. That is a human breathing. And Borat's like, no, the baby's not alive. It's not breathing. And the pastor's like, no, it is. That is a life. You cannot take that life. And he's like, but I put baby in her, like my daughter, because obviously they're talking about this plastic baby, but obviously the pastor thinks that this father has now got his daughter pregnant. And it's all, yeah, a bit weird. They did not, I mean, is it live? That's not a debate for now. No, you just, it's fine. We do not need to, no. We're not going to talk about that. You have your opinions on that, Gulag. We're not gonna, you just fanboy over Borat, okay? We're not gonna get political here. But you already said you do not like Mr. Trump. That's not political, that's just common sense. It's not political saying Donald Trump is a prick. That's, everyone knows it. Even Donald Trump knows he's a prick, let's be fair. Like, he can't not know unless he really is that dumb. In which case, fair. But moving on. Yes, I do not like Mr. Trump. Good. First good thing you fucking said all recording. I still don't get why you're here. Where is UNICEF? He's going to all of the supermarket for toilet roll. It's very hard at the moment because other people seem to want it too. They're like, no, UNICEF, give me the toilet roll. And he's like, no, I need all of it, and it's a big mess. Yeah, okay, you keep monitoring UNICEF. I'll keep talking about the film. You keep. Yes, I probably need to finish up my. No, I don't. Just keep. You do you, okay? Do me. I'm not going to start doing that. I'm in someone's front garden. Oh shit! But I'm not going to do myself. Stop. No, for God's sake, just stop it. You just keep quiet. I'll keep talking. Okay. Good. Okay. So yes, we've got the pasta, and he actually, because obviously this is all during quarantine and lockdown as well, and COVID and everything. He he admitted that there's two people in the film, and he did self isolate with them, and they thought he was Borat. I think for a few weeks anyway. Like he stayed with them, so he'd literally from the minute he woke up from the to the minute he sort of went to his bedroom to go to sleep, he was Borat to these people, and he had to be Borat because they didn't know that he wasn't real. So that's brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. I don't get how the skill it must take to literally be Borat, what is essentially 24/7. And he said there was one time, obviously, he then went back into his room, and he'd then got out of costume and everything, and he'd get got his laptop and his phone out, and to plan scenes for the next day and plan more things for the film. But obviously, Borat shouldn't have any of this stuff because Borat is from backwards Kazakhstan and this, that, and the other. And yes, there's actually one night, Sacha Baron Cohen recalls that they come to check on him in the night, and they knock on the door. They're like, Borat, you okay? And he sort of pretends not to answer at first as if he's asleep, but he realizes that they know he's not. So he sort of then has to hide everything quickly and then quickly sort of run to the door, poke his head out and be, everything okay? Good night. Sort of then slams this door in their face, locks it, and then goes back to work. So yeah, he had to keep it under like serious wraps that he wasn't that and he actually lived with these people who didn't know that he was just a character. And the people he lived with as well were very well, they weren't very, they were Trump supporters. They were your right wingists. And to be fair, watching them in the film, they're not as bad as some of the people he interviewed. Don't get me wrong, they still have some of their extreme opinions, and Borat obviously brings that out in them, like I said, making them drop their guard with this idiotic everything-ist character. Um, but they weren't as bad, and they did seem like nice enough people. Like they were when Borat was saying he was looking for his daughter, who'd obviously run away to become a reporter. Um, they actually did everything they could to help him find her, and so to be fair, for Trump supporters, I was a bit surprised that they weren't bigger assholes. Um, but yeah, they still had some slightly extreme views. But I think when you've got a weird Kazakhstani man living with you in quarantine, shit gets weird around your house. Let's be fair, like that's not normal. Um, so I suppose hats off to them for putting up with Borat for literally, I think it must have been a few weeks at the very least. That was yeah, that's very impressive stuff. Um, I I don't know if I mean I probably could, but I know he's a character. I couldn't imagine sort of having one, obviously, if you're in lockdown quarantine anyway, having a stranger come up to you and asking if he could stay with you because he's got nowhere else to go. But what must have been weird for them is the fact that obviously you had the film crew who sort of came and went every night, and it was explained to them that it was a documentary that he was filming. So they sort of came and went, the documentary crew, but Borat didn't, which is a bit strange. I'm not sure how that was explained to them, but they have come out and recently said they had no idea that. And even Sacha Baron Cohen went, no, there's only a few people in this film who sort of were in on the joke, and they were mainly the actors, like his daughter. Um, no one else knew pretty much what was going on, and he said it was hard as well because obviously Borat's very recognisable, so he went through a lot of it, like on the streets and be like, "Oh look, Borat, Borat," and he'd have to. A lot of the times he ran away in character, like, "Oh no, they see me, run!" And yeah, he'd go full on sort of yeah Borat mode, and it's incredible. I don't know how he does it, and I say hats off to those people for letting a stranger into your house during lockdown and tolerating that stranger being someone as insane as Borat. Um, but I suppose we'll take a break there to mention the sponsor, which I believe is still the commissions page of kingseyes.life, and that is done by Schmerp, who does brilliant work. He did great stuff on the obviously sigil rebranding. Fantastic new logo, and that's the logo that basically gets implemented into quite a lot of stuff to do with sigil now. Any unique, not unique, original, that's what I'm looking for, original branded stuff tends to get that logo or a variation of it slapped on it because it's absolutely brilliant, and he does so much more. So please do go check that out on the website. And yeah, you can get some great commissions for a great price with someone who's very good at what he does. And whilst we're plugging, why not mention the store, the merch store? We love merch. At fucking hell, King Styles Apparel. It's got brilliant collections so far. I think there's now 5, unless I'm wrong, in which case there's more than 5. There is the Statement Collection, the Creators of King's Eyes Collection, the Klansman Unite Collection, the Failureware Collection, and now there is a Sigil Collection that's got it to its own. And I know there are definitely more to come, and we do more than just shirts and stuff as well. There are obviously hoodies, there are tracksuit bottoms, jogging bottoms, whatever you want to call them, from wherever you're from in the world. There are masks, there are phone cases, apparently there are stickers. We all like stickers. Who doesn't like stickers? If you don't like stickers, you're not a real human being. It's like saying you don't like bubble wrap, you're a bit insane. We all like stickers. I like the stickers. No, just get back to you. Oh, why? I thought you'd gone. No, I'm still here. I was just finishing up my shit. When you say finishing up, I've moved to another garden. I filled this one up. That's okay. Are you gonna stay here? Yes, I'm going to stay here. I like merchandise. You like merchandise? I don't know. I don't know this merchandise. I just like merchandise in general. You know, we all like sticker. You'll say we like sticker. I like sticker. You, you, you look like someone who got a few gold stars in school. Yes, they always said I was a very special child. You still are special. Just you do you. We've been over this. I'm not going to do myself. No, it's a figure of speech. Just keep being quiet for a bit, yeah? Do us wonders. Okay, I'm just going to try and be quiet a bit. I'm sorry, a little bit came out. Little bit. Just. Oh, God, for fuck's sake. I'm stuck with him. Anyway, yeah, so that is King Styles Apparel. You could also buy the stickers. They're not shit. That was awful. You can also obviously follow this show on Twitter. That is at YouHaveFailedSV to keep up to date with new episodes. Old episodes occasionally get retweeted when I'm in a weird mood, and just keep up to date on the show and when there's going to be an episode, when there's not, why there's not. And it's the best way to keep up to date with the show. Or follow me personally, which is at Vader Saiyan, because someone stole at SaiyanVader and hasn't tweeted since 2013. So they're a bit of a prick, but that's fine. I'm fine. I'm not angry or whatever. It's just a bit of a dick move, but it's cool. It's great. I don't mind. Follow me there for also updates on the show and just really random stuff. A lot of it's about trading card games, to be fair. If you like trading card games, you might like my Twitter. That's generally what I post about. And other stuff, rants, retweets of famous people, because they have much cleverer and better tweets than me. It's basically it. But the show page is useful for you because, you'll find out about the show. So that one actually has a function. My one, just kind of there. Do what you want. Gulag, fortunately, doesn't have social media, so you don't have to put up with him. You're lucky. Really, really lucky. I don't know how he got this number, if I'm completely honest. I'm a bit concerned. Anyway, we shall get back to Borat's subsequent movie film, which, by the way, has a much longer title than that, but there is no way on earth I'm memorising the whole thing. And it's classic Sacha Baron Cohen style. It's just a really, really long title that everyone's obviously just going to call it either Borat 2 or Borat subsequent movie film, which is a brilliant enough title as it is. Now, we're going to get onto some of the more controversial things. I've already mentioned the one where he went to the rally and sung a song, basically like anti things, and I think was it anti-right, he said, and he sort of tricked these right-wing people into singing anti-right propaganda. And yeah, some people tried to shoot him, and he had to sort of run off the stage, and the event organisers tried to shut it down, but his staff kept it going. That was bad. But then obviously Borat is he's a firm believer in the Holocaust, Borat, but so he's not one of the deniers, he's not one of them, but he is also of the opinion that the Jews did it, which is wrong, just not correct. And obviously he uses this 9 times out of 10 to bring out sort of anti-Semitic views in people. But in this one, he sort of does it to take the piss out of the internet and the way that people get news from the internet. So he uses it. He finds an article that says that the Holocaust never happened. Because obviously there are Holocaust deniers out there, because some people are fucking retarded and just don't believe in it. I don't know how you can not, but whatever. Um, yeah. So he gets depressed because he thinks it hasn't happened, and then but because he didn't have enough money to buy a gun to kill himself in his depression, he decides just to go to the, it's quite bad, the nearest yeah, Jewish establishment, and just let them kill him or eat him. And he goes there dressed as the most offensive sort of thing. He's got like a long nose on, and the hair and fangs and wings, and because he thinks they're obviously evil demons. But there he meets oh, I can't think of a name off the top of my head. Right, hang on one sec. Yes, that's it. The name, Judith Evans. She was a Holocaust survivor, I believe. And yeah, he met with her there, and she was like, the Holocaust did happen. He sort of cheers, and then he speaks to her, and she sort of shows that Jews aren't all that bad. And obviously, it's a satirical thing about anti-Semitism and this, that, and the other, and they're not bad guys, and this stuff did happen. They're not controlling the world and the media and the world money, sort of completely, sort of disarming the whole thing. But yeah, there's been controversy about it because she's one of the people who is actually in on the joke. At first she wasn't, but he did then reveal everything and sort of explain everything to her. So she was in on the joke for some of it, out of respect to her, and the fact that he felt bad for that going out, and she thought it was one thing and it was actually the other, and it was a piss take. So she did know. But recently it's come out that her family, because she passed away not long after that film was seen, unfortunately. So she died before the film came out. Um, and her family have now sort of, they've got a different, they've tried to launch a lawsuit against sort of the film now, because it was a piss take. But then the lawsuit's been dismissed because she was in on the joke, and she obviously could have said no at the time because she was informed. Like, she wasn't one of the unwitting participants. She had full knowledge of what she was partaking in. But I just think obviously sensitivity and everything, and the fact that she died, and one of the last things she'll be remembered for is now, I suppose, a piss take. Her family are a little bit distraught, but I mean, I'm not going to get into who's right and who's wrong in a lawsuit. That's not up to me whatsoever. But she was informed of the joke, so I don't. That's up to you guys to decide, I suppose, if you want to decide who in that situation is right or wrong. But it is annoyingly, all of these are really funny scenes, and obviously they shouldn't be because they're terrible. Not terrible as in bad quality, terrible as in, yeah, should you be making those jokes? But it is what it is, and it is a funny film, and Sacha Baron Cohen knocks it out of the park again with these sort of complete social analytics and just ripping apart people and showing their darker side and the things they probably hide and keep to themselves. He's very good at that. And then we get to the big kahuna, the finale of the film, the bit it was all leading to, where you get previous mayor of New York, whatever his face is. I'm not even going to look it up because he is a sleazeball and he doesn't deserve the respect. So they this has all been over the news as well, and Donald Trump's called out Sacha Baron Cohen for it because he's a creep apparently, and doing this, that, and the other. And Sacha Baron Cohen just completely slam dunked Donald Trump in the face for it because, I mean, one's a clever, educated man and he's actually quite funny, and the other's a bumbling retard who runs the USA currently. And yeah, that was the bit where you present the daughter as a gift to this American. I don't even know what to say. Just sleazeball is the best word you can go for, I suppose, in the situation. And so yeah, she's the actress. I think was about 22, so she wasn't. But as far as he knew, this was a 15-year-old girl that was interviewing him. And so this is very spoiler territory now. For if you care, if you don't care, you can keep listening. And yeah, so he's very flirtatious with her anyway. Bear in mind, he looks like he's, I don't know, on death's door, and she is posed. She could pass for a 15-year-old, to be fair, because I mean, 15-year-olds can get made up. That's fine. I say, fortunately, she wasn't, and like he was getting very hands on with her, like, and being a bit flirtatious, giving her whiskey. 15 years old, whatever. Legal age of drinking over there is 21. Only a few years under, it's fine. And yes, they do the interview, this, that, and the other, and they say it's getting a bit flirty, little bit flirtatious, and then then he sort of they then make the way to the hotel bedroom, and that's where it gets a little bit So first of all, should an elder gentleman of, I don't know how old he is, but as I say, he looks like he's knocking on death's door, so I don't know, he's probably in his 50s and 60s, looks about 80, but that's whatever. Should he go into a hotel room alone with what he thinks is a 15-year-old girl? No, that's bad. Now, even if you just stop the claim there, and this is where his defense, well, I'll bring up in a minute, gets, it's just ridiculous, because yeah, fine, you can make your defense about what you did later, that's fine, but the fact you've gone on your own with whiskey in hand into a bedroom with a 15, quote unquote, 15-year-old woman, your defense is out the window. You did dumb fucked up there, mate. Like, yeah, checkmate, you've lost. You've just shown the world what a sleazy, creepy, paedophilic man you are, quite frankly. Because that is wrong on all levels. And then, let's say, you get into the room, and I don't know if it was in the room or the interview before, you ask for like a phone number and address of this 15-year-old girl as well, which is another thing, like, why would you want her phone number and her address? It's a bit like, okay, nice job, fantastic. Then he gets a bit more hands-on. He sort of like, as she sort of bends over to do something or leans over, he sort of like starts touching her hip and everything, and like giggling. And this is when you get the cherry on the cake as he leans back and then sort of slides his hand into under his trousers. And this is where you get the division. He claims that he was just tucking in his shirt. On the other hand, it looks very suggestive that he's going for something else he's got tucked into his shorts that, based on his actions, is probably like very small. So I don't, and obviously with a 15-year-old, and it's just the fact that, you can stand up to tuck your shirt in, you can sort of be sitting up, but it's the fact that to do this, he has fully reclined himself and is laying back and then put his hand down there. That's very suggestive, and she's, quote unquote, 15. It's, and obviously Sacha Baron Cohen at all times, he was in the room, he was hidden in the wardrobe at all times, because he had to burst in and obviously stop it before he got too far, because that was a serious concern, and obviously it was proved, because okay, you might have been tucking in your shirt in the most awkward, weirdly suggestive position any human being in the entire history of humanity has ever tucked in your shirt, right? So, okay, there's your thinly veiled excuse. Good job, you got out of this one. But wait, you've taken what you think is a 15-year-old girl into a hotel room on your own, both with alcohol. What do you think you're going to get away with here? Like, I don't... So, I mean, make all the defense you want. Donald Trump can defend you all he wants, but I mean, that's like having one serial killer defending another serial killer, going, no, he wasn't trying to kill that guy. He just polishing his knife inside his throat. It's fine. It's good. That's not, so you can't have one paedophile defend another one and then it be fine. That's not how. Just because one currently is in charge of the country doesn't make it okay. And this is where the film is a genius, because it shows these people for who they are. And obviously, that's what the film is. At the end of the day, it's political propaganda, and it is about don't vote Trump. That's why the film conveniently came out a week or so before Election Day, to sort of show people that this is who you're voting for. Don't do it. This sort of shit happens, and that's what's clever. I mean, once again, hats off to Sacha Baron Cohen for having the absolute balls to do these things, and to put yourself in really dangerous situations to get these truthful reactions and things out of people that the public should see but never really get the chance to see. Um, and yeah, so Trump can try and defend it all he wants, and yeah, it's fine, you're tucking your shirt in, but you definitely weren't, mate, and you've just you've ballsed up, right? And I think you've known it for a while now. And as Sacha Baron Cohen politely put in a tweet, you're going to be out of a job January 20th, so you might want to try clean your act up, because I don't even think McDonald's is going to take you at the moment. Not that there's many of them open, because you handled the coronavirus very poorly in your country. Not that coming from the UK I can judge, but you handled it worse. Um, and deny that you had anyone killed by it. That's another thing that Sacha Baron Cohen brings up in the film, because he goes to like a maskless rally type thing, and he's like, "Yeah, coronavirus isn't real, even though it fully is." And like, nice job, guys. And yeah, honestly, fantastic job. And that's what this film is. It's don't vote these people in. And obviously, yeah, you've got other extremists. So it's like, it shows the one end of religious extreme, where you've got that thing is alive, but that's a complete different debate on whether fetuses and everything are alive. I'm not getting into that. And yeah, you've got so much more going on in there. The fact that he was allowed to just walk around dressed as a member of the KKK, the whole anti-Semitism, like don't believe the internet thing, and this, that, and the other. And bear in mind, Sacha Baron Cohen himself is a Jew, so there is that. Oh, and there's also the final punchline of the film is the fact that the coronavirus didn't come from a bat in Wuhan. It actually came from Borat, who was injected with it and then travelled the world to get to America, stopping off in Wuhan originally to eat a bat. And then, so he was the cause of coronavirus, and that was the whole reason for sending him to America, was to cause the corona scare. And I'm like, that's fair, just blame Borat for it. That's one last punchline is fine. That's great, and it's very, very clever in how they do that. So they basically subvert everything at the end, that it's not even just a political message, it's sort of a piss take of the coronavirus completely, with the fact that it was Borat that spread it, and not the bat. So Borat is coronavirus. You're still here. I thought you hadn't piped up for so long. I thought you'd gone. I thought I could just smooth sail and get this done. No more interruptions from a weird Russian guy who has a obsession with frozen fish. It's just, I don't really. You're no. I still hear. I was listening to your description of film. It's completely inaccurate. That's not how I see it. I see it as way to promote fascism, which obviously is communist. I disagree with, but fascism bad. We do not vote in my country. We just get told what to do by Putin or get shot. It's simple, effective. You should adopt strategy. No, I'm not. No, it's very good. We all flourish, and population goes down daily because Putin just likes shooting so many people. It's fantastic. That's great. I'm not cool. That's cool. Yeah, fascism's bad. Communism doesn't seem much better the way you're describing it. Anything else to add to this very constructive conversation? Yes, I just do not like to believe that Mr. Borat carried coronavirus. But it didn't come from communist brothers in China either. I think it was made up by what his face, Donald Duck, Donald Daffy Trump, Trump card, that guy, big fat Oompa Loompa. He made it. He is coronavirus. And yes, it definitely not come from Mr. Borat. No, Borat's not real. Yeah, you're right. It didn't come from him. He's not real either. It's just a joke at the end of the film. No, it's propaganda made by Western civilization to make Chinese people look bad. No, it definitely them. 100% the fat orange man. He did it. 100. I know. I watched it with my own two eyes. How did you watch it with your own two eyes? Okay, I didn't, but I'm very confident that it was him. Okay, that's Borat's not. You've taken this film too literally. But the documentary, it advertised a documentary made by Kazakhstani man Borat. It is definitely him. He real. No, that's not. It's all a big character joke. You know what? Yeah, he's real. I told you, it's like Santa Claus. Definitely, you believe in Santa Claus is real. I will find him one day and beat him up because he gave my children presents and we do not do it. We slap him. We did not okay. Okay, you keep believing in Borat. You keep wanting to slap Santa Claus with a frozen fish. Yeah, okay. You're strange. No, I'm Gulag. I've already told you this. My name is strange. Jesus. No, it's just. Are you done? Yes, I'm done. You'll finish up your stupid show. I mean, it's been crap anyway. There's not enough funny stuff. Like, you carry on. Not... Okay. You sure you done? Yes, my lips are sealed. I'm good. You sure? Yes, you keep talking. I'm not talking, you're talking. Stop it. Okay, goodbye. Bye? No, I'm not gone. Fuck, okay. Borat 2, subsequent movie film. Fantastic. Um, Honestly, it's brilliant. And to anyone who can handle very offensive humour that's meant as obviously, it is all a joke, I 100% recommend you watch it because I can't do any of the gags justice by just talking about them in this manner. Very clever, very funny, and Sacha Baron Cohen deserves all of the applause for once again showing the racists and sexists for who they really are, and the corruption in America. And obviously, I haven't mentioned everything. There's loads of jokes I've left out, and even the ones I have mentioned are funnier when you watch them. So do go and watch them on Amazon Prime or any other way if that's how you choose to do it. But I'm not endorsing you doing anything illegally. It's fantastic, and honestly, I mean, if it doesn't sway you, if you're American, what way to vote? You're one of the fascists too. No, but you should watch it and realise that those people shouldn't be in charge. Hopefully. So obviously, without a doubt, Borat 2 has not failed. It's done its job and proved just how bad the corrupt leaders uh, of America are, as are many in many countries. But obviously, that's probably the hub of it. I will say though that Trump's administration has failed. Not that anyone needed me to say that, because I mean, have you seen it? He's run by a fucking buffoon. So hopefully he's out soon and we get the lesser of two evils in power, and we can move hopefully to a world where there are less racist assholes running it. Fingers crossed England gets a similar treatment next. Hi Boris, you fucked up this year, haven't you? Look at you little git. So fingers crossed things improve. And in Russia, I don't think things are ever gonna. I mean, you seem, yes, we're very happy. I do not see why we need the improvement. We go around, we slap people with fish, we take them. It's fine. We shit in gardens. I mean, they don't like it, but it happened. It's very good. £1 fish. He was a funny man in your country. You got rid of him. That's your problem. We're not getting into the £1 fish guy and why he was deported. Thank you for bringing that up, though. You're a great guy, Gulag. You really are. Thank you for your presence today. No, you're completely welcome. This would have been shit if I was not here. It's really boring, I'm glad I was here to spice up your really bland humor a bit. You're never coming back. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening and putting up with me and the Russian for these minutes talking about Borat 2, subsequent movie film. I really do implore you to watch it. And if you are American, if this comes out in time, yeah, you've got a few hours. Vote, you assholes. I do care who you vote for, but just vote. You've got that right. Use it. If you don't, you're just as much of an idiot as Donald Trump. That's something you need to think about. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll speak to you next week, where hopefully Gulag won't be here.